I think it'll be helpful to bring up Lance Zierlein's scoreboard and how he scales players. So putting them up on the screen right now, you can see that Lance Zierlein's scale goes from kind of 0 to 8. And each of the fine-grained ranges from 8 to 7.5, 7.5 to 7.3, 7.1 to 7.0, ... You can see what these fine-grained ranges are Lance's projections for each of these players. So it's nearly impossible to get a player to have an 8.0 rating. 8.0 in this system means the perfect prospect. But I think that what we're trying to do in this player evaluation in general is evaluate who falls where in the 7 to 5.5 range. 7 means, somewhere from a Pro Bowl talent to a quality year one starter, all the way down to like a backup, right? And that's really the range of where most of these players lie. If you take a look at what his track record is, as you mentioned, people rely on his grades because generally speaking, his grades have been really, really accurate. Again, putting these guys on the screen, we've seen that, his top rated prospect was Saquon Barkley, which people still say, even though he hasn't produced the same as we would expect, of the highest rated prospect on here. He is the physical specimen and he does have those player qualities. He just plays for the Giants. You got guys like Zeke, you got Fournette, Cook, et cetera. And so I think that just giving you this context, if you don't use his grades right now, you definitely should be considering them, incorporating them into your process because he's really, really accurate in considering, the film components of what a player brings to the field.
Right. And if you look at that scale, and you compare it to the grades that are available for the 2022 class, you're going to see overall that, not only kind of in the dynasty space, but in the NFL draft space, this is seen as a weaker running back class, right? So, last year you had Travis Etienne in the 6.7 range, right? And Javonte Williams, I believe, was in the 6.5 range. And this year, the highest rated prospect that we've gotten the score of so far is Kenneth Walker at a 6.35, right? Mm-hmm. So I think while there are good dynasty assets in this class, I think we have to go into the overall evaluation understanding that this is a little bit closer to the 2019 class with Josh Jacobs and David Montgomery and Miles Sanders than it is to 2021 or especially 2020, which was kind of an amazing class.
Yeah, I think that we've been spoiled in the last 2 years in terms of quarterbacks and running backs and wide receivers, tight ends, really just Kyle Pitts. But if you look at all of these guys, that is a diamond class of players. You have a much higher chance of hitting a Pro Bowler or a potential Hall of Famer with all of those players. And people forget that in 2019 we had Kyler Murray as the main quarterback, but everyone else after that was kind of same thing with the running back, same things with the wide receivers. And
2019 receivers were pretty good in hindsight, but definitely the running backs, tight ends, and quarterbacks were on the side of the equation. That's for sure.